everybody. It is I, L7, and today I'm going to tell you the story of Homodome. Come on, bud. Hi, big boy. Hi, big boy. Hi, big boy. Hi. Come on. His real name is Homie, and he is such a boob. If you can't tell, he's very big. He weighs in about 110, 120 pounds, somewhere around that. Alright, so how we came to get our Homodome is my boyfriend just moved back from Florida, and he came to live in the apartment that I was living at while I finished beauty school, and he's kind of camera shy. He's probably going to knock the camera over. No, but I have my slippers on. Come here, Homie. Come here. Come on. Okay, but my boyfriend came to live with me in my apartment in Lexington. He just got out of welding school from staying in Florida, and he came to live with me. So at this time, I was just so happy that my boyfriend was coming to live with me and all that good stuff. So like out of excitement and joy, I was like, let's start a little family type thing. And because I really don't want children, or not right now, I don't know, that's not for this video, but I was wanting to start like a little family. I was like having like family vibes or whatever, so I was like urging my boyfriend to like, let's go look at dogs, we can get a shelter dog, like it doesn't have to be anything that big, blah 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 blah. So what I did is I started searching for dogs, and I originally wanted like, like bougie, fancy. I wanted a full-blood English bulldog is what I wanted, a blue one to be exact. But obviously that's not what I got. I got something way better. So I tried to buy an English bulldog online, and I totally got scammed. Totally 100% got scammed. So after that, I was like, okay, we're done. We're just gonna get a shelter dog, because at least that's promising. At least we can actually see the dogs and not get scammed, which is what we should have done in the first place. Isn't that right, buddy? So after I had got scammed, we went to the shelter a few days in a row, or actually like every other week. I don't know. We went to the shelter a lot to try to find a dog for us, because we couldn't have any pit bulls. My apartment only allowed like certain types of dogs, and I like the big scary pit bull looking like dogs. Like I like the big scary dogs, if you can't tell. So we were trying to find a good dog for us, and we settled on this dog named Stanley. Let me see if I can find a picture of him. I'll insert it. But Stanley, he was an old dog. That's why I wanted him, because I was like, oh, he's old. He's not going to live for very long. We should get him, blah, blah, blah. So we were about to adopt him. We had him in like the playroom or whatever, and I looked at my boyfriend and I said, babe, let's look at a couple more dogs. Like, this dog is great, this dog is awesome, but let's look at a couple more dogs. So we ended up looking at a couple more, and we passed this one huge cage with him in it, with Homie in it, and we immediately like pointed at him, and I said, yeah, we want to look at that one next. My boyfriend pointed at him, and we were just like, yeah, we want to look at that dog next. And we were on our way to look at another dog. I think it was like a Labrador. I don't want to say that. Maybe it was a Beagle. I don't know. There were a lot of dogs that we looked at. But we were going out to look at this one dog, and I don't know, as soon as like we were out there playing with that dog, all I could think of was like Homie, and because me and Homie locked eyes like as we were walking out with the other dog to like go play with him and see how he was and everything. I just locked eyes with Homie, and I was like, yes, like I know this is the dog. So the dog that we were playing with, the Beagle or Labrador or whatever it was, the dog that we were playing with, I no longer had any interest in that dog because I saw Homie, and the look in his eyes, I don't know. I just knew he was our dog. As cheesy and as corny as that sounds, I just knew Homidome was our dog to be. So, in Stanley, we went to go play with Stanley a couple more times but before deciding not to get him. But Stanley just didn't have that much energy. Like I said, he was old, and we were petting him, but he wasn't like that interested in us, which from me and my boyfriend, that might sound lame, like we want our dog to be interested in us, but that's what we wanted. And this boy, he is not shy. He will flop right on top of you. He is such a boob. So this Homie is the best dog we could have got. We did get him at the shelter, and when I was taking him back to my apartment, I didn't even like get it verified with my apartment that I could have him back. Like he was like I was in the process of getting him verified, but he wasn't verified yet. So we kind of adopted him hoping that my apartment would be like, yeah, he's allowed, blah, blah, blah. And he does kind of look like a pit bull. So all we put on there was that he's a Mastiff, because that's what it said when we adopted him, that he was a Mastiff, a 5-year-old Mastiff. So he's about 7 now. He's getting old, but he's still trucking. He's still awesome. And then after we had brought him into my apartment and all that, I had a lot of reports called on me because they said I had a pit bull or like a scary dog, or I don't know. I guess I got reported a lot to my apartment complex because Homie's a scary looking dog, but he's not a scary boy at all. He would never hurt anything. And then let me think. After we got him, he had separation anxiety so bad that we would leave him in our apartment, and he basically tore down the whole door frame. Like the door frame was off. The only part that was left was like one side and then the top. So he tore the bottom of the door frame and then one side. So half of the door frame is what I'm trying to say. He tore down half the door frame completely, ate it to shreds. And he was like trying to claw at the door, and he had to be whimpering and crying. Had to be. And then also in the apartment, the doorknob to the door, it was just like crunched. Like it looked like he tried to open it with his mouth. And he just crunched the door ball like a tinfoil ball. Like it was just like, let me see if I can find some pictures. I'm sure I have pictures of this somewhere. Like in my old Snapchat or something. But he had very bad separation anxiety, and he tore up the door in our house in Lexington also. He completely tore down the bathroom door. Like there was no longer a bathroom door in that house. Wait, yeah, there was. He only tore down half of it. So we had half of the bathroom door in that house. It was nice. But the only reason why he did that and freaked out so bad is because his other owners had, like, he had bad separation anxiety. His other owners did not take care of him. And I will tell you how I know that his owners didn't take care of him. How his other owners didn't take care of him. Because when I was living in the apartment in Lexington, I took Homie on a lot of walks because we were in an apartment. It was very small, and he's a big dog, so I felt like I needed to take him on a lot of walks. So I did. I took him on a lot of walks. And one day, like a few days after we got Homie, this girl jumped out of her car. We were walking this way, and she was driving this way in a black car, and she like got out of her car, and she was like, "Oh my God, I know that dog, I know him, blah blah blah, he lived right down the road, no 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 no, like I know this dog." And apparently, like, this was his dog or whatever. Like, he had been reported back to the shelter like a few times. Like, he's been in and out of the shelter like 4 times, I want to say, in his life. And yeah, apparently his name was Broman before we got him. I did call him that like once or twice just to see how he would react, and I don't think he liked it. He like gave me a glare. Like, my dog gave me like an evil glare. I don't know. He didn't like being called Broman. But this girl, we got to talking, and apparently they kept Homie just in a backyard, and that was it. That was his life. He just stayed in a backyard. And Homie, he is a very, very, very social dog. Like, he doesn't care about other dogs at all. He just wants people. Like, he wants to be around people. He wants to be getting petted on or pat on. He wants to be loved. He wants to be like, he wants to be around other people, or like people. He's not other people. I think he might be a people for real, because when we first got him in the apartment, I would like shut him into the living room area, and I would shut myself in the bedroom because he scared me, because he's got like human eyes, or that's what I call them. He's got like human eyes, and they scare me a little bit, but I don't know. Now they don't, but when we first got them, I was like, he's not sleeping with me. But anyhow, this girl, he was left back just in a backyard, and I guess he dug multiple holes and like escaped. He dug multiple holes and escaped the backyard, and he would just get out all the time, apparently. So the same neighborhood that we adopted him, or the same neighborhood that he would get out all the time at, we adopted him and took him back to that very same neighborhood. So that's kind of funny. But I guess those people moved, and as like we would take him on walks or whatever, the house was up for sale. So I would like go behind their house and just like look at their backyard or whatever to see what it was, and it was just basically like a mud dirt pit. Like, there was not much for him. There was like holes in the fences where he had torn through and like wanted through. It was very interesting to see. I'm a big believer in like everything comes full circle. Everything that's supposed to be will come full circle, and this is just one of the things that came full circle. So I don't know, but apparently, oh, I have some sad stories. One time when we were playing with Homie, and Babe had a toy, like a rope toy, and he was like, I'm gonna play with you, like, this was only a day after we got him, and Babe was, like, playing with him and acting all excited, and Homie cowered down. It was so heartbreaking. This big old dog, he cowered down, and he shit himself, and then he puked himself. It was very sad to see this big old majestic beautiful beast cower down out of fear because he thought Babe was gonna hit him and beat him. I don't know, that made me cry. I never stopped thinking about that. I don't know, how could anybody beat this dog? He's just awesome, is all I have to say. So I don't know. He is like a bull mastiff, a cane corso, whatever the hell you want to call it, or we believe he is. I think he's a cane corso, which is like what his coloring looks like is popular in there. And then they weigh in at 110 pounds, about 120 pounds. And last time we weighed him, he was 111 pounds. I don't know what he is now. He's put on some weight since then. But when we got him, he was only 70 pounds. maybe 75 pounds. I don't know. When we first got him, he did not weigh what he was supposed to weigh. You could see all of his ribs. You could see his spine. You could see... There's like a car pulling up, and I'm trying to act so normal, but it's so hard. But when we first got him, he was not big. He was not thickums like we know him to be today. This lady's staring at me. My cats are interested. But I don't know. That's just the story of my homodome. I try to take him everywhere I go, because this is sad. Maybe it's not sad. Maybe it's sweet. This truck needs to shut up. But, this dog, it might seem sad. I don't think it's sad. He's my best friend. I love him more than anything. So yeah, we did get him from a shelter. I'm happy we got him, because now he's lived his life like going in and out of shelters, and now he's with us, and he has his forever home, or whatever you want to call it. I'm never gonna let this dog go, ever. I've never had a big dog. I've mostly had like small dogs, like pugs. I guess I did have a Australian Shepherd at one point. That's a biggish dog, but I don't know. I just really love Homie. He's amazing. He's a big boy. Because he was so skinny when we got him, we basically just leave him with an open food bowl now. And sometimes he gets a little bit chunky, so we gotta like let up on it, but we do leave him with an open food bowl. I know a lot of people are like, don't do that, blah, blah, blah. Well, this is my dog. I'm going to do what I want. But, he's taken very well care of now. It breaks my heart that he once lived in a home where they didn't love him, they didn't take him on walks, they didn't take him to go do dog things. They didn't do dog things with him. They just kept him in a backyard, trapped. But now he has us, and he's going to be traveling the world and traveling the states and all that good stuff. He's already seen a couple things. He really likes mountains. We've taken him to the mountains. We've taken him to beaches. He seems to really like the mountains. Right now we're also living with my parents on a huge beef farm, so he runs around and goes and does whatever he wants. So he lives a very lavish dog life now. Oh, buddy. Oh, another thing that Homie did. When we first got him, we tried to keep him in a cage, like just a normal metal cage like this. But he would spaz the fuck out and just like he ripped his way through the cage, and we would like try to put up barriers or whatever to try to keep him out of my living room, because since he had separation anxiety, he would also like go to the restroom on our furniture and stuff, which he no longer does, thank God. But when we first got him, he would, and he can get out of any cage you put him in. Like, he is a big dog. He is going to bust through whatever. He can't really bust through doors, thank God, but he can bust through other things like cages, fences, ropes, things like that. If I want to keep him chained to a tree, I have to like chain him to the tree, and he will try to dig up the tree, so you gotta make sure it's a big tree. And we've got like this collar. I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's animal abuse. Well, no, it's not. He's a big dog. This is the only collar that will hold him back, and he doesn't choke himself out on it because it like pokes his neck, so he's not gonna hurt himself, like he knows. So I don't know. If your dog's stupid, I guess it will hurt itself, but my dog is not stupid. Like I said, I have a human dog. Human dog. So he knows what's up, and he's not going to hurt himself. I've tried to put a choke collar on him before, and he will, like, that one doesn't work for him. So if you're going to judge me and my dog parenting skills, don't watch this video. Get on with yourself. I don't know. I'm just trying to share the video of how this dog came to be in my family.